What happened to the unpopular or bullied girl after high school? A girl in my year was bullied relentlessly for being odd. Unfortunately, she had a very unstable home life and her mother suffered from fairly severe mental health issues. They had a very explosive relationship. One day during class she just couldn't suppress her feelings anymore. So she took a pair of scissors out of her bag and proceeded to cut off all of her hair. Right there at her desk. That was 8 years ago. To this day, she still lives at home with her mother and does some sort of art course at the local college. Things don't always get better for people when high school ends. But I hope she is doing okay. She got crippling social anxiety and major trust issues. The last I heard she was living on the streets. We've actually tried to track her down a few times over the years but she appears to have disappeared. I truly hope she is doing better now. She was a really sweet girl. Other assholes kids would bully her for her weight not realizing she came from an abusive foster home. Foster kids are disproportionately represented on my psych ward by a large margin. An incredibly underserved community that's invisible to most people. The amount of abuse, or law or otherwise, is chilling. Many foster parents, just like the government check. I want to have a couple kids the old-fashioned way. But I'd love to be a foster parent too. I also meet a lot of wonderful ones with kids they can't control. Fetal DRG exposure and genetic mental illness are much more common in this population. For obvious reasons. Good foster parents are freaking saints. She dropped out and killed one of her bullies. Edit. I was a senior and she was a freshman. This all happened around the last 2 weeks of school. The school didn't openly share the info so I don't really know anymore. She married a lovely, caring man. She worked for a number of years as a computer programmer. They traveled the world. Bought a house. Had a child who is now a wonderful young man. She now is a published author. I am so glad we became friends in junior high. She inspires me. She got pregnant and now has 4 kids and 2 divorces at the age of 26. And this ain't a joke. I know this person. She loved animals so much. Like furry level, except furries weren't a thing back then. She raises and trains bald eagles now and is a complete, total badass. I love this happy ending. I hope my kids don't ever give up on their interests because of bullies. I was also a weird kid who loved animals to an extreme degree and kids were really mean about it. I was teased so much. I don't work with animals now. But I do have a lot of pets. Donate to conservation programs. And I'm a teacher who encourages kids to take care of the earth. Every day I hope that I'm making a difference. She got super hot and married the prom king. Just kidding, she has 6 cats and works at the Dollar Tree. She was bullied because she always smelled awful. Had dirty clothes and greasy hair. And every time head lice was spread at the school everyone would accuse her of being the culprit. She dropped out and got married. Got pregnant, but got harassed online for being a teen mum. And everyone found out that the reason she was always so dirty is because her mother was in prison for child abuse. She didn't know who her dad was and her aunt, who had sole custody, made her sleep on the floor with 14 dogs and didn't let her shower. People felt really bad and tried to reach out but she told them all to frick right off. She's really happy with her new family and looks like she's being the best mum. Got a job. Supportive husband and a house of their own. It's sad she couldn't continue with her education because she was so incredibly smart. We went to a really prestigious school and she outperformed everyone. But ended up leaving without any qualifications. One committed suicide later in her 20s. I think that had more to do with her screwed up family than the bullying. The other is an amazing pharmaceutical scientist. I'm FB friends with her. She's still quirky, odd and not outwardly attractive. But she is happy and living her best life. Never married, though. Has been in a very long serious relationship and not sure why that ended. Continues to be very happy, though. Has been in a very long serious relationship and not sure why that ended. Continues to be very happy. I'm fine. Outwardly. Married to a wonderful man with 2 brilliant, beautiful children. Career I can work on in placeholder fashion while the kids are young, but great potential for future developments. Internally I'm riddled with self-doubt, anxiety and depression. Always trying to please people. Surprised that people seem to like me, and anytime I see people talking in low tones to each other, my knee-jerk reaction is to think they're talking shitty about me. I'm 37. Bullying leaves deep scars. I was the unpopular girl, never really fit in. Had a rep for being weird, but got good grades. Never really understood what made me weird, until college got difficult. Eventually went to get checked out because it seemed like my brain was always a bit off. Got diagnosed with autism, age 21, and it explains a lot. It was just harder to see because of my gender. ASD is underdiagnosed in girls, and because I was an overachiever at school, at the cost of having little ability to make friends and a lot of ability to alienate everyone in every school I'd been to. Girls, if you think something's up, get checked out. If I'd been diagnosed earlier, it might have helped people understand I wasn't just a batty old weirdo. And maybe my schools would have helped me. Heck, my parents might have understood me better and not just told me to get over it. It also just helps a lot knowing it's not your fault. It's made me a happier person. Edit. I still have mental health issues stemming from inability to cope with social issues. A diagnosis isn't a cure-all, nor is it an excuse to do anything bad. It's just a means of understanding what's wrong and leads to support and better management of conditions. That was me. Yay. Having a very sick mom with basically no income and messed up teeth meant I got bullied all of the time. I struggled with suicidal thoughts attempts. Went to therapy and figured out that I needed to get the frick away from that area to sort myself out. I went off very far away to college. Graduated with my feet on the ground. Found a job I love and am good at. And married the most amazing guy, oddly my crush throughout school from back home. Close bracket. We have a loving, middle-class life and home. And I've managed to get better looking since I got clear braces and stayed in shape. Unlike my peers, all I had to do was leave to realize that their little hate bubble was all they'd ever have. She's my little sister and she has a master's degree from a prestigious European college. Her dream job as a book editor for Random House. Expertly dyed rainbow hair and can do a better cat eye than any professional makeup artist. High school HT. I love how proud you are. Close bracket. I refuse to be in the yearbook. Changed my name. Cut off my hair. Changed every aspect of my appearance and personality. Nuked my social media, and I'm hoping that in 20 years they'll have either forgotten I existed or assume I died. I was the bullied one. Went through university battling depression, but made it in the end. Left the country. Finally found a job after a long search. Got bullied again by my boss, but eventually found a better job through building a good reputation and got promoted. Afterwards still some more struggle at work and an abusive relationship that I successfully left. Now I'm very happy. I have a stable job, a great apartment, an amazing boyfriend, and wonderful friends. Life truly gets better if you stand up again and again. You'll get stronger every time. Simple. I reassure her everything's gonna be alright cause you don't need to be popular or liked in order to have a good life. Especially not in high school. I told her, you're likely never gonna see them again. And I've known this girl for quite a while. I knew what it was like to be in her shoes and basically told her, you're unpopular for your own good. And that's okay. Keep your crowd small. Double quote. People don't like those who are different. But the way I see it, different is unique. Just because you're different than everyone else doesn't downgrade you. You're just a rose in a field of daisies. Being different is good, but owning it will make you feel a lot more better. We're currently running on 8 months in our relationship and I couldn't be happier. There's nothing I won't do to make her smile. She was bullied due to her crazy hair dye and unusual clothes. She went to beauty school, Worked at a local beauty parlor for a couple of years. Then opened her own place. Then opened a couple more. Then she married a banker and had a couple of kids and a grand house overlooking a lake. Funny how life works sometimes. That was me. I'm pretty much a recluse and I'm very wary of people. I have 2 close friends and we were all bullied in some way. About a year ago, one of the girls that bullied me invited me to a Mary Kay party. I told her no. But I was socially awkward. Had odd interest. I loved insects. Was shy. And had some anxiety from my home life. Ariana Grande used to go to my school. She was bullied a lot. And now she is popular ASF. I guess there was a lot of jealousy bullying. She was literally on Broadway at age 13. I'm her. What's worse is that I was homeschooled. After running away from a cult. Then marrying and divorcing young. I am now in my early 30s in a loving relationship with a wonderful man. Working an awesome job in a Fortune 500 company. No contact with my immediate family or the horrible church people who bullied me. She's a Satanist now. She's studying sound engineering. She's actually getting married on Halloween this year. I know her account. She's the sweetest girl you'll ever meet. Just look past the Satanist part. I was actually fine in high school. It was when I got to university that I got into some shitty. A popular girl I went to high school with went to the same university as me. Attached herself to the group of friends I had made and then went full mean girls on me until they basically decided I was a horrible person. It was some bullshit. I can tell you that much. Close bracket. Now I'm mostly content with my life. I write about DCKS for a living. I've got good friends and a solid D&D group. And my love life is, you know, passable. No complaints. Put it that way. There was a pretty unpopular girl at my school. She used to cake on makeup and looked kind of like Mimi from the Drew Carey show in that respect. No real bullying. My school didn't really tolerate bullying. I caught some shitty from a guy freshman year and literally everybody in the room called him out and I dunno. Bully shamed him? Anyway. I ended up going to prom with her because I wasn't intending to go and her boyfriend backed out last minute and broke up with her and she didn't want to waste the tickets. Had a decent time. We were only ever casual friends. Anyway. She became a physician's assistant and joined the army. Then after a few years she went to the Uniformed Services University for Health Sciences and got her MD. Now she's a lieutenant commander in the PHS.